Again, not a reason the Oilers lost this hockey game. They had 6 power play opportunities and 48 or 49 shots. You don't deserve to win the hockey game if you only score 1 goal, especially against the Ducks' 30th ranked penalty kill. But Louis DeBrusque, he was saying it best, dude. The refs did not have control of that game. It then forced the players to take control of that game. And you got guys like Corey Perry, you got guys like Radko Gudas. Hey, say what you want about them, but they know how to teeter that edge. They know how to play like a rat. I said Gudas giving a masterclass and playing like a piece of shit with all the endearment that I could at all in that. I saw some tweets being like, yeah, you hate it, but once again, that's a dude you'd love to have on your team. We're cheering for Corey Perry at this very moment, but Gudas was a rat all night long, and then it just kind of got crazy from there. I give the Oilers credit for not totally losing their cool. At one point, Brett Kulak was even in there trying to beat some ass. He had his glove off at one point, trying to feed an uppercut. It's like, damn, boy, that's right. That's exactly what I'm looking for. But Brett, through and through, the referees lost control of this game. And then, this is just selfishly, after they've already lost control of the game and some guys are trying to scrap and they're trying to throw down, get out of there. I don't want to see you do that. If you're the reason we're in this position, then you let the boys figure it out on the ice. Brett, the refereeing tonight.
Yeah, know your role. Know your role. And like you said, if you've already lost control of this game, because it's your fault. It is your fucking fault that this game has absolutely deteriorated, and it's your fucking fault that the Edmonton Oilers almost lost 2 more players, not only 2 more players, 2 more forwards in a forward group that still only had 11 guys. They almost skated off that ice with 9 forwards at the end of this game because of you. Because you decided to go and check out the new Tilt-A-Whirl or spent too much time at the Cups over at Disneyland before you had to realize and go, oh shit, guys, we have to go down to the Honda Center and do our freaking jobs. This is a joke. And again, I am not saying this out of the fact that the Edmonton Oilers lost or they are the reason that the Edmonton Oilers lost. God, no, because as you mentioned, they still had 6 power plays, didn't score on 1 of them. So no, it is not their fault. But you know what they utterly failed at with their job is making sure that the players are walking out healthy and being safe. You have absolutely failed at that. And as Louis said, if these players are now going to have to go out there and police this game, you have to realize it is your fault for that. This is a team, the Anaheim Ducks, who I believe it was Tyler who had posted this on Twitter, and I couldn't agree more, who basically have you said this, tee times booked and ready to go as soon as April 17th comes around. They are ready to go. They are ready to hit the LA Metro Golf Course. They don't care after the next 10 days. It doesn't matter. The other team, the Edmonton Oilers, are battling a very long list, again, of injuries to some of their top guys. And as a referee, you need to realize this. You need to understand, okay, these are 2 teams who are in totally different parts of their season and what their intention is going into this game. And these refs had way too many boozy Dole Whips over at Disneyland and forgot to weren't able to sleep it off at the hotel before they got to the rink. It was unfucking believable. And it doesn't even start the most obvious ones are right there that we talked about. But then there was the forearm shiver by Gudas to Perry right in the second period when right at center ice when he didn't even touch the puck.
Arvidsson had his stick broken in 2 on a good slash coming down on him.
Kasperi Kapanen's coming in on a little bit of a rush there, and 2 of it was like a offensive lineman coming in and just grabbing on. It was like watching any Chicago Bears lineman ever just trying to grab somebody to make sure it's not getting to Caleb Williams. It was a joke. And that's just on the Oilers side. I texted you a couple times the blatant cross check that Evan Bouchard had off of an offensive draw, dropped the guy, no penalty whatsoever. There's another, I believe, Arvidsson. The Arvidsson trip. That was not a trip by Drew Hellison whatsoever. He just lost an edge. Oh, listen, I know you can sell liquor now at the California park in Disneyland. Had a few too many of those way too high-priced drinks over there. It was an utter joke, and it puts way too many players at risk and teams at risk for missing players and missing games. It is a joke. It is a joke, and something needs to happen about this game.
Yeah, there was the discussion from Bob Stauffer about the supplemental discipline coming from the NHL, because that Radko Gudas chicken wing to Corey Perry, that is the exact shit you're trying to get out of the game. And once again, that's coming from a player with a track record and a history of exactly those dirty type plays. And once again, there was earlier in, I think it was the very first goal, but Corey Perry had a play on Radko Gudas. As much as I don't want to give, I mean, whatever. Mark Spector had a tweet after the first period going like, pencil that one in, look for that one. Gudas is going to be pissed that Corey Perry kind of did that. Shit, you're not. A couple minutes later, throws an elbow up right into his face. And I was like, wow, when you're right, you're right. Gold star to you, Spec. Attaboy, you totally called that one.
What's up, Nation citizens? If you like that video, then you need to be subscribed to the Oilers Nation YouTube. Podcasts, live shows, exclusive interviews, and analysis. Everything you need from your favorite voices at Oilers Nation. And you don't want to miss any of it, so hammer that subscribe button.